And... hey, we're good. Let's go. Back to engage timing. Back to engage timing, everybody. Woo! Alright. So, last time off, we defended Firani Castle. And, you know, we kind of took the entire right flank. But we also now do get our first paralog, Tifo Village, which I think is going to be very, very important for us and our future. Return of the Two-Faced Emblem, let's go. Hey, D3. Once again, we'll probably have deadlock maybe like an hour or two from now. Because my friend Kara, who I was playing Vibrators with yesterday, wanted to play, so there's that. And I might maybe request one or two other friends potentially join along.
These pills ought to clear up the problem. Let me know if the pain persists, okay?
Well.
And you're looking chipper today. I told you that cold would be gone before you know it.
Father, isn't it time you took a break? Look, I made you some tea.
Thank you, Jean. You didn't burn yourself or anything preparing it, I hope.
You worry too much. I'm old enough to
tonight.
manage a simple pot of tea, I assure you.
It makes me happy to see you growing up so fine. Huh? What's going on out there?
Doctor, you have to help us. Monsters are on the attack and people are getting hurt.
What the devil are those beasts?
This will get ugly. Jean, go and hide. I'll take care of bringing people to the clinic. This way, everyone! If you're unhurt, then assist someone who is injured. Must pull together!
I know Father told me to hide, but how can I? I have to do my part too.
Much as I'd said I'd be skipping cutscenes last time around, because I only just finished work like 2 hours ago and I haven't eaten dinner, I'm kind of letting them fly this stream in comparison now, so that I can actually eat my dinner that I prepared for myself.
Oh no.
Get moving! There's shelter at the clinic!
Keep your wits about you, everyone! I'll patch you up once the crisis has passed.
We can't stand idle with the corrupted on the
Okay,
loose.
rude. D3,
Let's
have you
save
not
those
eaten all
villagers.
day? That sounds like a very bad and
Are you
baseless
all right?
accusation, but
Get to safety
a
and
lot
leave
of
the corrupted
friends
to
that
us.
just don't want to eat food
You don't
ever.
have to tell me twice.
And it makes me wonder
There's still a
about
few
their
left who didn't make it out
Not
in
that I
time.
don't trust you at all.
We'll do everything in our power to save as many of them as we can.
Alright.
They'll love you for it if you do. You're their last hope at this point.
I just said right before we started teaching. There you go. Alright. I am losing 3 units. I only have 7 deployment slots. So let's think things through. Without a doubt, I need Louis in here. I don't want to have the boost if possible. Thing is, I'm thinking the bottom 4 are non-negotiable for me. Saline needs to be my maid. Louis is Louis. He is our boy. Koei, you are flyer. You are very much so needed. Boosh, you are the Boosh. I'm keeping you in here for now. Question is, who do I have left over then? They only have 1 ranged attacker, with that being Saline. Not counting my javelins that I have on people here. Etier could be decent. Freya, I'm definitely gonna have for healing in one way or another, potentially. That's what I want to do. I want to view the map. Because the big thing that comes out in my mind, too, is I don't know how much punishment everybody can necessarily take here. Granted, Sean is here, so is that, but with it being maddening stats, I don't know how much more I need to do to protect these villagers and all. Okay, so this guy still isn't moving. There's some bullions to get. And then the only other big thing that comes on in my mind is that I don't think there's any bandit villagers. Necessarily. Okay, these are barbarians. That's a barbarian right there. I don't know if I need to immediately rush for the capture point. The village yet. And then our boss, he does move, but is this a route? This is a route, so this guy here can really just stand still, and then I can just take care of everybody else on the map. So me, thoughts, Louis, I might need to just boost in and like destroy somebody here. Oyer probably just needs to immediately take. We have so many ATS users here, though. So many ATS users, which does not make me the happiest in the world. Granted, Louis kind of gets to circumvent that. that means that I will be going down in priority when it comes to Alfred, potentially. Fine, you already are struggling a little bit, even though I did give you some stuff before. You are also only level 4 compared to Saline at level 6, so that is also comparable. I'm not gonna lie. Did give you, what's his face? Great Thunder potentially, but I don't have any Thunder Tones actually yet. Is it too early to really drop Xander? That way I can try to feed everybody else at speed? I think we potentially could do so. Let's try this for now. Emblem rings. Everybody's got one, right? Still Cruzy Marth. Saline, Celica, we secured. Yep, we're fine then. Question then is straight speed death. I could easily give Chloe a little bit more strength then. So have that pass over from Alfred. That's my immediate thoughts. So where is Alfred's equip? Yep. Swap Quan right over, please. For now, Etier. What does Clan have? That's Magic Speed Res. I don't think I have anything that's +2 strength necessarily besides just for Chloe. I think we're gonna be fine in this case then for now. Alright. Let us save, let us see what we can do, and we will proceed along. Actually wait, I had that one Seraph-Robe to use from Clan. Rubies across the board to begin with. Do I just make Louis even tankier? Do I make my tank even tankier? Well, kind of already here, people, aren't I? So... No, I quit store by accident. Use? Ooh, lovely. Let's have a speed wing, but I might... It actually might be good to give that to O'Lear, considering how slow I am with my weight. Yeah, let's do so, let's do so. Just having your ward actually, you know, not being a brick on the map is very, very useful, I feel. Right, to the start, let's put our swap. Make sure people are positioned in a way that we want them to. Well, we can reach, but that's not necessarily the point that I need here. Better point is to have boost move around. So I have basically, yeah, 4 melee, 3 battle lines away or so. This is fine, this is fine. Hey, let us start things up.
There are so many wounded we couldn't get to the clinic. Is it up to me to treat them all?
Father, I'm here to help. If we split up, we can treat everyone.
John, I thought I told you to run and hide.
I can't stay hidden away when there are so many who need my help. After all, Father, am I not your son? You taught me that a doctor does whatever is needed.
My lessons have sunk in, I see. Very well then. Come and give me a hand.
Alright, so we need to talk to Jean sometime.
I've got this.
Doubt. I would like to visit the house.
Don't know how much use you'll get out of this, but every little bit helps, right?
Defensive tonic? Not the most important thing, but hey, that can definitely bail me out in the future. No, I don't need the Smart Bow. No, I would want the minimap, please, but I don't need to see the Smart Bow. Oh, game, how do I turn that info tab off? I didn't mean to turn it on. I'm rusty when it comes to...
This isn't so bad.
Well, not gonna mind it. If I immediately go in like this or so, I can Rider's Bane, break somebody, and then just have Louis draw attention. That way I don't have to deal with these guys, potentially. But is that really necessarily needed, is the big question here. Because you are doing 17, 14 potentially. You're not hitting. 17, 14s. These guys can take a hit each without really too much troubles here. Do I have to have Louis immediately go in like that or so? Alternatively, I could have him go in like over here and just make me start wreaking havoc in one way or another. I think being able to move up,
I'm
just
ready for
delete
more.
somebody, and we just start the game off like this is also not a bad idea. In fact, I could have him take even more attention. Bit of backup, so chip damage should be a thing, but I just fed him. So, let's just have Wooly immediately go in, disrupt their line.
Gods, please protect us.
Thank you. Right, inside Secret Emblem. Even fall back, which I think is actually a wonderful thing to think about now. We just turn it off. There we go. I just tap it. I'm trying to figure out what was the button for danger zones again? The system settings. I don't know. Oh well, we're fine. I'm not going to sweat it too much. Then for now, next idea is just prepare everybody else to start moving up or so. Okay, the best thing I can do is I could legitimately
Whatever
just
you
do
say.
something enemy phasing like. So if I wanted to, at most, only one person can really get hit or attacked at a time. That's totally fine. A little bit of mispositionment otherwise though, but I'm not gonna sweat it. I'm not gonna change that to the handouts necessarily yet. Need to check. The archer could potentially hit away if I'm not careful from this end. But all that I want to do is chain guard with Ram. What is move to tears again? It is Ally joins and chain attack. Not useful for me.
Power
yet
blooms
here.
in me.
Saline will move
Gotcha.
up. Etier moves to this corner here.
Let's
Go
go!
away. I want you right. Let's have you right about here. That way you can support Olir if needed to. Boy can also support Olir, but we're fine either or. Yes, that's fine enough by any means.
Stay back!
I got hit by the backup hit, but chain guard, you know, means nothing happens. And also because they're doing no damage to Ruby, just about so, they don't even want to hit him. Which is more than fine. Rather, 6 damage, that is the most pitiful thing ever. Fact is, Rui just continues to take for us, which is all I need in my life. Okay, Maid Whip and Silver Sword does have its drawbacks right there with my speed deficit, but it's not the worst thing ever. Ooh, John chain guarding over there. Curious. Curious and interesting. Alright. So let's just do this one by one then. Etier Kencho. Interesting and rough. The fact that Etier Kencho is absolutely atrocious. The boost, you get killed.
That was good training.
HP, strength, defense. Ooh, Bouchebags, we are in business. Lovely to see. Next idea, I could weaken with Louis here. That's right, this guy's taking too much more attention otherwise, so we are totally fine, because we can just sprint over at a moment's notice. Would Chloe need to do anything here? He can actually just destroy this guy by himself without any problems. Just hit him 92 and we're all fine. Then, you know, the mage is no problem. Then, Chloe can start falling over. Falling back.
You were
About the
beautiful
right
while
side.
you lasted. Our foes are
Or
strong.
she could also just try to delete this mage. You do have enough speed for this. I'll probably have Graham fall back and heal first, but then that comes down to the problem of, is that enough manpower on this side here? I mean, I could engage just for Seraphim to absolutely nuke, but I don't necessarily need it at all here. And then that means I probably need Louis to actually just get a kill. Alright, in that case then, see here, level 6 is over. The most that you could do is 22. Resonance would take me down to 22, but I have a defense of 5. FTA gets kill. Lovely enough. Guaranteed. And then I want you to fall back and heal our Aleer.
Kind of you.
Fram. Yeah, that's just a really good spread for, you know, boost in general. 'Cause that's all 3 core stats that he really needs. Imagine and res for Fram.
I'll do my best.
I'd much prefer anything else, but it's not the worst ever.
I am the divine dragon.
Ooh, 4% crit! Wow! Whoa,
I
that
won't
heal
forget
wasn't
you.
even needed, but hey, now we're just topped off to deal with anything now. I'll just go ahead and kill you with Louis, because I don't want you to gain anything.
There is nothing to fear.
Fine enough, fine enough. Now, the fear, of course, though, is that, you know, Louis is already level 7. I don't need him to be this built out yet. But it's not the worst ever. Because he's, of course, going to be essential core unit to the rest of my playthrough. The animations for this game are insane. They really are. Animations are so, so nice in this game. Actually, I might need Louis to sprint over and deal with that brigand. Because if they're going for that village in the corner there, this actually might be a bigger problem. Because this is a brigand, right? Or a barbarian, so yeah. So I actually need Louis to sprint and potentially visit the house. That or you just deal with the archer and be done with it. So how many turns will this take? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I have a few turns time. I can definitely reach it just naturally, I feel. But for now, I need everybody to actually start routing over. Heal the boost for what little help he has.
Thank you.
That somebody sits with the silver. And that doesn't help me too much here. Hope a little bit more otherwise. I still have Saline at any time. I also have Saline for Warp Radnaut in case I need to destroy this guy at any time. Yeah, Saline would be able to kill this guy at any point. So actually, I can just really take it easy and not really have to commit anything more. For now, at TA, 11%? Nothing this time around. All fine by all means, though. If Boosh was here for backup, that would actually get me the kill, funny enough. But otherwise, you could also just pine out in 76. It's not needed, though. I'll just, you know...
Scatter like petals.
It's not needed on 76, and then Boosh just casually gets a 5% crit. Okay, boys, okay. I see how the game's going for us right now. Would the sword, would Saline's sword do more damage than her magic? No, because Soldier's Resonance is actually helping out here a little bit. In this case, can you actually poke this man at all? With the Javelin you could, that would actually destroy you because you are Louis. Well, in that case then, I think kill the Archer would be a good strat then? Or... like, Louis is just gonna mop up anybody he goes against, though. It's just like the most annoying thing that I don't want to necessarily think about. I have a few turns on this, and I'm gonna be using my engage stuff anyway. So for now, let's just attack with Seraphim on this archer. That'll get your kill, and then Louis just cuts off the archer for now. Then inside the time.
I
To be
want to
fair,
help
Fire
you.
Emblem RNG is a little bit more weighted towards the player, so it does kind of help out in that regard. I am not going to lie. Javelin allows me to poke some others, so I think I will gladly do so. He doesn't get a level, which is fine. But, you know, I just don't want him to be barreling over everybody else. Another kill for Saline, no problems here.
Ah! For Pyrenees!
Another crit. Well, I just won't take it.
Allow your soul the rest it deserves.
Guy will keep poking, but the healing is really fine. Oh, he's gonna get the Tatsu people up here. Nice dodge, too. Okay, but that's why it should cause a little bit more of a holistic problem. So, let's start moving up. That, and we have Etier as well, of course. Morph does not confirm movement, unfortunately. And I don't have a throwing sword, as hilarious as the idea would be. Well, if this was, what's his face? If this was potentially, Fire Emblem Fates, then we definitely would have a throwing sword to work with.
If I can, I shall.
Actually, would Warp Ragnarok be better in a situation like this to deal with the flyer? I potentially think so.
What good
Oh, it's
fortune!
Ragnarok, not Seraphim, I have to think about, of course, so it's not going to immediately get
For
to
peace.
destroy this flyer by themselves, I don't think. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to one-round them. Unless, in the Bouche support, he cannot support yet. Yet is the keyword. But I can easily threaten a little bit more. Oh, depends on. If I warp Ragnarok over, say when you have a speed of 10, requires a speed of 9 only. Interesting. Warping in, 1 damage off even with Resonance Unkilling. That is so annoying, I am not going to lie.
Thank you for checking in on me. Do you think you could use this? There's not much I can do with it, at any rate. Better it should go to a soldier like yourself.
Ooh. An energy drop. Ooh. That is very delicious, I'm not going to lie. I say, eat my meat bun. I'm one damage off every single situation I want this to be in. Etier would get doubled since he can't move into enemy range. I'm just gonna chill. They can only attack one soldier at a time. As long as I get a kill on one of them, we're fine. Oh, but the flash was still right on over. I want to save all of them though. Okay, well in that case then I might need to actually move a lot more dramatically. Because I was like, it would just attack each of the front-facing villagers. Oh, yeah, let's play it that then. Because I am playing passive out. Not gonna lie. So in that case then, let's go back to Phaser 2. Louis visits potentially there, but then am I doing much else? If I go back like 2 turns time, like to about here. I didn't warp Ragnarok in whatever case, of course. So for now, if Louis can potentially draw some attention. I want him to take the mage, of course. I want him to be up here. That way he can support the charge and whatever. Nothing beats hearing just the chinks of armor conferring 0 damage, does it, people? Now we chose up here, and then I'll save Warp Ragnarok for, say, we need to take care of the barbarians. Because I need to get the energy drop whenever.
I want to help you.
Good enough. Just kind of skip through this here. Now Louis can help as we deal with this Fetus this night, and we don't have to worry about anything. No damage ASMR compilation win. I mean, honestly, it really is satisfying, but nothing beats the GBA chink for me at all, in my opinion. The Rider's Bane, I don't have Rider's Bane anymore. Because I'm unengaged.
Don't fear for me.
Oh, that's annoying. If I had Rider's Bane, then I could deal with these enemies. Oh, I'm gonna lose the villager again, potentially. That is so annoying. Actually, the horse, I'm sorry, the pet knight, were just with the positioning of Sean and John here. They actually can't one-round anybody. We're actually more than fine. I just have to kill this one guy, and then we're fine. Yes, Louis has to get it. Which definitely just
That was eye-opening.
That's better than Vander's siphon experience, as Louis can actually grow. Oh my goodness, you biggie boy. You biggie boy, Louis. You just continue to make me the happiest camper in the world. That's fine enough. Now, everybody else starts moving on in. Because Boosh can take whatever hit that he wants. Etier stays
Power
just out of
blooms in
range.
me.
And you, sir, you actually can't reach Salines. So you can just kind of drift over, and I don't even need to use Warp Ragnarok. Yeah, sure. Just become the main carry. I mean, Louis was always going to be the main carry for me, without a doubt. And even if the position is bad, otherwise, yes, you will break a Leer. That's more than fine for you not attacking the villager in case then. But Louis probably just
Here
needs to
until
brick
the
wall
end.
over instead. So for now, I could weaken you like that, or I could just have the big boost break. Let's just go somewhere just for fun. Because that's a pretty good weakening hit, I'm not gonna lie. Then somebody else could rush in for the kill, like one tour away, for instance.
Let me help.
Simple enough.
You did also realize the boost is all behind tour away, but I'm gonna be fine, I'm gonna be fine. Guys, what I really want here is me to move up so I can then talk to John. And I need Louis to also start weakening this boy over here. And Kanto actually lets me get Sacred Bat, which is hilarious. I mean, this man's just gonna rush for the house, so not much more to really do here, but just absolutely destroy you. With potential Seraphim proc. Seraphim proc won't work. And Echo doesn't really do much for me here. But I can feed this to SEA, so this is fine. So Etier gets another. Guaranteed 100%, you'll have to see it.
I'll have to up my weight.
Saline can't blink over to anybody, unfortunately, but it's not the worst ever. So we have 4 enemies. That archer moving up, though, does get me a little bit more than mildly concerned. But we're fine. Oh, thank you, John. That's actually really nice for you to come around. Because then I can talk to you naturally, too, and we are big chilling.
I can fight.
So talk to the boy.
It's not safe here. You should be running.
I can't. I'm the local doctor's son. I won't leave until I've helped the injured.
You've got a lot of heart for a kid your age. All right. Let's join forces and save those villagers.
I really appreciate the help. My name's John. Now come on. There's work to do.
Does join a group now. Unfortunate that, you know, he did heal before. So
I'll
he
do
is
my
level
best.
1, but with John being our initiate, And also, what is our initiate expertise, or, you know, he is going to be our big growth boy. Where is our Donald? Where is our S? Actually, S is a late joiner, but where is our Boyd? We need everybody who can slowly but surely get their way up. Amelia, to an extent, too. The question that I have is, how much damage does this archer do? 21? They double the villagers. No. Well, we're fine then. We have to get this kill. That way we have to ignore on the archer. So he can try to blockade a little bit more if possible then. And for now, I don't know the funny thing we can do. Just poke this man. Here! Because you're not moving at all, Chief, so I'm just gonna poke you. Poke, poke, poke. Alright. Then, are you moving at all, my good sir? Not necessarily. I'll have you sit here for the moment. Etier, I want you to visit the village. And then, best thing about having two healers is that we can trade chain guards with each other, just about.
I feel great!
Trade chain guards and trade heals. That is lovely to see. John always has the potential to become a monster unit on his own front, so I am very much so looking to see what kind of pocket work I can potentially get out of him then. For now, though, Boe can also save her attack because this archer is out of range. And since this boy ain't moving either, she can also take a little bit of hits instead of Saline, and we'll see what we want to do. But Knight's resistance. Knight's resistance is so good. 10% crit on that boss corrupted does not make me happy camper in any regard. Boy does not get the kill. Interesting. I can move enough with Olir though, which is very, very happy though. What I'll probably do is just go ahead, override the Silver Lance. That way, Lee does poke damage. I say, I'm not saying chip damage, poke damage, so that 15 damage is pretty nice. But crucially, he gets through the archer. So then, that opens up the way for me as in Olir, to actually go in for the kill.
Thank you for checking.
That trait on John seems so good. I mean, going back to you, Crimson, you are playing Sacred Stones right now by my request, you know? Right? So, how far are you in it right now? Because, right, the big thing is that, you remember how I told you about how we basically had, like, the tropes from last time around, where, like, Christmas Cavaliers or everything like that or so? Class archetypes continue to go on in those same regards and everything like that, and the archetype that I'd like to introduce you to then is what is known as your trainee unit. But first and foremost, we'll start off. Nice, thank you, Sword. Your training units are typically younger, like, the personality and character-wise, they're typically younger inexperienced members, usually from their own little dainty village that got involved in the war or so, or everything like that. Scarcely, that's unfortunate. But the main thing when it comes to, for trainees, is that they have really, really, really weak base stats to start. Or so, for example, Jean, compared to Fram at the moment here, if you want to take a look, he is ostensibly weaker in many aspects. His speed is 4 less than Fram. He's got 10 less avoid, 2 less res, 2 less defense and everything. But the main thing here is he's only level 1 compared to Fram's level 5. And aptitude is, well, actually it's called expertise. But it's been called aptitude in past games for other training units, and it's called expertise here. Aptitude is a very, very good passive trait that has been featured in many past Fire Emblem games, and crucially is seen with those trainee units. Donald from Fire Emblem Awakening is probably the most epitomous of the aptitude users when people come to their minds, and that's when it's definitely called a skill. You have Mozu in Fire Emblem Fates, then you have Jean here in what's his face? In Engage that has it. So
that's a big
it
help.
is very very much so used in to signify that they are a long-term development project unit. And also, actually, wait, Cyril counts for this as well when it comes to it for aptitude users. He has aptitude, and the basic thing is that aptitude, depending on game, I think it's like 20% in Awakening and Fates, and then 50% 3 houses in Mage. Yeah, we can take the hits. Thank you for that. But aptitude is 20% or 15% just straight up growth to your entire to all your potential stats. So if you had a 55% chance to raise your strength, well, guess what? With aptitude now, you have a 75% chance to raise your strength at every level, and that goes for all of your stuff basically, which guarantees that you will be always getting pretty much greater than average levels on a regular basis. Yeah, Ross, there you go. Ross and Amelia are the ones in Sacred Stones that are your trainees, and although they don't have aptitude because skills necessarily weren't in there, they start as a class lower than the baseline, but they have a lot of potential because if you keep investing into them, they will slowly pay out with better and better stats, and have exactly so the potential to be an amazing unit if you keep devoting time into them.
I live to fight again.
Why? That's pretty nice. Level 6 for me. HP Dex Res. His stats ain't the worst. At the very least, HP is always a stat that is used in every single calculation in fight, just about. So I'm never gonna complain about that. Alright, and then Hannah just died to death. Thank you,
That was
Boosh.
tense.
Unbelievable.
But
all the
yeah,
monsters are
they
gone.
are really good units to potentially
We're
clean up, and
saved!
for me on Mad
And
Names,
it's thanks to the lot
that
of
could
you.
be a really big break for me. I am not
I'm
going
glad
to
no
lie.
one got hurt. I was a little worried there.
You can't know what this means to us. We decided to give you this to show our thanks.
Yeah, what's the fact that he has a hatchet and Stratman could pick off at least a hit from range? Yeah, like, Ross coming in with a hatchet that has, I think, 50 uses, and when you aren't getting the handats for forevermore, not to mention, like, Garcia's not a bad unit, but, like, having somebody who can poke early game when you don't have anybody that can necessarily fill that reach, because you don't have an archer yet, you don't have a mage yet.
Come now, Jean.
That's
Give the
really,
nice people
really
a proper
important.
thank you.
Really,
Oh,
really
right.
important.
Thank you for saving.
We saved it.
Oh,
Well,
the divine.
don't mention
But
it.
anyway,
Like I said, there was a lot
it's
going
gonna,
on
okay,
at the time.
Yeah. I
What
should
brings
explain,
such a
I just played
splendid
with the
personage to
before,
our
but,
humble
yeah,
village?
Ross
I've
has
been
to
on
be
a journey
protected
to
with his
defeat the
hatchet
Fell
in
Dragon
comparison,
and bring peace
but
to the world.
it is very, very
Whole
difficult
world?
when it comes
Wow. If it's
to
all
when it
right
comes
with you,
to
Divine One, can I
protecting
come
them,
along
because
and
of course,
help?
yeah, like Ross, I think his
What's
initial
got
class
an
is
injury?
Journeyman, if I
My dream
recall.
has
This
always
is just
been
my
to become a
own.
doctor
This is
so I
just
can
my
save
own Fire
people.
Emblem knowledge,
And that
and that is
hasn't
a class
changed.
lower
But
than
with monsters running
just
rampant,
I think just
I
warrior.
might die before
No,
I
warrior
can do
is
that.
tier 2.
Look what just
Well,
happened.
it's a class lower
At the
than what
Divine
Garcia
Dragon
starts
side,
at. And
I
then,
think I can learn to fight
so
and to heal
he has a
people at the
lot of
same
work to
time.
get to, but that means
Well, that's all very
he
well
basically
for you.
effectively has
But what
10
about the
slash
Divine
20 more
Dragon?
levels.
You just be a burden.
More than anybody
Oh, I
else.
wouldn't
Since
say
GBA,
that.
you get to level
Not
20,
what he
you
did
cross
during
up,
that
you get to
battle
level
is
20,
anything
that's
to
it.
go
So you
by.
have 40
If
levels of
Jean wants to
effective growth.
come, I don't mind.
Ross, Amelia,
No, I understand why
get
you'd be worried.
that little extra
Well, if
10
he has
slash
your
20, I can't
permission,
remember
then
how far
I can
Journeyman
only ask
and
that you take good care
Soldier
of my
get up
boy.
to. But
What?
you did that extra 10
You're
slash 20
actually
unit
allowing
effective
him to
levels
go.
of buffer
Father,
when
I
it comes
told
to
you,
playing with them.
you don't need
and
to
that
worry
is
about
what's
me.
really, really, really
It's
nice.
not like I'm never coming home. In
Because
fact,
not
when I
only
do
are
return,
their ghosts,
I'll be a
decent enough
first-rate
to help
doctor.
them,
You'll
support that
see.
line. Or
How
I said,
quickly
if
they
you
grow
keep
up.
pouring XP into them,
Of
which they'll get
course.
more since they're a class lower
Be
and
a
the game
good boy,
calculates that,
a
so they'll
hard
get more
worker,
XP from killing
and an
units
attentive
more.
student.
Then they can
And
easily just snowball into an
come home
absolute
safe.
monster for you.
I will.
And there's been some fun
Thank you,
spins
both
when it
of
comes
you.
to
I
on that.
can't
So like for
wait to
example,
start
Dawn
working
Awakening
alongside
is
the
in a bit of
Divine
a space
Dragon.
to where
The
the game
feeling
will
is
give you a
mutual, Jean.
tutorial saying, hey,
I have a hunch
Dawn
that I'll
was
be
really
leaning
weak.
on you a lot in the
He
days
can
to
fight
come.
for you as a allied unit, but he has to level up at least once on the chapter that you're fighting with him on when you want to recruit him. Or I think the tutorial message really says, or it's back to the farm for Donald. Like you have to, it incentivizes you to use him
Thank you.
and to actually get to level to get him to level up, and it does pay off if you get to pay. It's like if you continue devoting time and space into Donald. And of course, it's a lot easier said than done when you're playing like Maddening, for instance. You do not have that luxury for a Maddening run because like Fredred is like the only person who can do anything there. And I'll see, because it's my first time playing Engage Maddening, and it's first time playing Engage in forever, I'll see how far I can really get on that line, if Jean is a worthy investment. But seeing how I kind of want to drop Clan is really, you know, that's a really strong case. Plus, there's also other mages that I very much so preferred when it comes to later on the lines. So we shall see, we shall see. For now, give me sheep. He's also getting so much more speed than everyone else from just doing damage for tail. And yeah, just once again, since that is technically a tier 0 class, Journeyman, that means that, yeah, he is considered a whole tier lower, and he'll be getting more experience. Kind of like how most bosses, they have usually weak stats, but the difference for them, Crimson, is that they are usually like the tier 2 class, so they'll be like a level 1 paladin or so, because that's both to showcase that just like, you know, aesthetic-wise, they are a commander unit way higher than the enemy, but also that way whenever you kill them and deal damage, you're getting more XP. That's why whenever you kill a boss, chapter boss usually, you're getting upwards of like 50 to usually like just a full 100 XP altogether.